Good Friday morning, and God, I do thank you for the opportunity just to say, God, I thank you. I want to share a story with you from yesterday. I was at the grocery store, and I go once a week, and I buy my juices to get me through the week. But as I was at the grocery store, and I've heard about this, and I remember when they were discussing it, especially here in the state of Florida, concerning SNAP benefits, food stamps, and what could and could not be purchased. Wasn't really consumed with the subject matter at that time, based on the fact I'm not a part of that service. And again, doesn't mean anything toward anybody that is. It's just at this moment in my life, and keyword that at this moment in my life, because we don't know what tomorrow could bring. But on yesterday, I happened to be at the grocery store, and I was standing behind a more mature woman who I would like to say was the grandmother. I saw another young lady who I'd like to say was the granddaughter, and a child who I'd like to say was the great-grand or the son of the granddaughter. And they were purchasing what they were purchasing. And in the midst of the purchases, the cashier shared with the more mature woman that based on what was purchased, this is what was able to be taken care of, but here's the balance that's owed based on what they had that was not going to be covered. So I'm sitting there because I'm right behind him. I'm just listening, and I started feeling a certain type of way. And my concern and my frustration came from a standpoint. We're at a place here in America where we're now dictating to persons what they can and they can't buy. And I understand before someone hears this, and the first thing, well, you can't buy alcohol until you get a certain age, and nicotine products, all those different things. I get that part, but we're talking about putting grocery in your house, saying to your family, this is what I want you to have, and it doesn't matter whether it's good for you or not good for you, because let the record show pretty much anything we got this day, it's not good for us. So we're at a place where we're telling, we're going to assist you with putting food in your house, but you can't buy certain foods, not alcoholic beverages and things like that, but certain foods. And from what I was seeing, and again, I don't want you to quote me on this because I'm sharing a story, but I think sugary products, sodas, things like that, it's not allowed to be purchased. So when the cashier explained to the more mature woman what was covered and what was not covered, she had to go and pull out her cash reserves to take care of what needed to be done, and she did. And then she asked the question after she got the receipt, does it say on the receipt what my balance is in my account? Which again, I'm assuming, I'm thinking to myself, it's early in the month, she has received what she was allotted to get her through the month, but she had to utilize what she had to take care of the rest of the purchases for the grocery. I'd like to think she was on a fixed income, which most of us are. And she couldn't use the SNAP benefits because we are taking away, they've taken away the ability for a person to make a decision on what they want to put in their home to feed their family. And to the ones of you who are listening to me and you can't understand what I'm saying, which is good, but today is today, and if tomorrow you wake up, you're in that situation, then I guess you'll get what I'm talking about. Why are we at a place that I got to tell you what you can buy concerning food to put in your house? Where's the dignity in that? These are adults. And it just so happened assistance is needed, and we all need help, all of us. It takes a village, but I'm going to tell you what you can and can't do with food. And I'm going to continue to say that, food, sodas. And I don't want to hear what's good and what's not, what's bad. Everything is bad. But that really frustrated me. And I just wanted to share that with you. This is the world that we live in. No respect. No respect. This is how bad things have gotten. But I want you to do me a favor. Give thanks. Be appreciative that we're here, because it is a blessing. And go ahead and make this day the best that it's ever been. And for the ones of you that have heard me and are humble enough to understand and realize where you haven't always been, consider that there's a possibility that tomorrow it could be me or you in that same situation that family was in on yesterday. Go ahead and make the rest of this day great. Be blessed.